Hey guys, good evening. Sunday evening, we have an actor, model, Santhosh Reddy, who is joining in from Bangalore. He's acted in a couple of movies. He's very passionate about his hair, and that's one of the reasons he is well known, in this city and internationally. Nationally, he's grabbed a couple of awards. He's been recognized for his modeling skills, his hairstyle. Internationally, he's got a brand who's sponsoring or endorsed him as a brand ambassador. And he's one passion strong model who would not, I mean, a strong and daring model, because some of people who really dress up like Santhosh Reddy needs a lot of confidence and guts to face the compliments, the staring of people, they what they talk and all that. So it really needs a lot of confidence. Santhosh, if I'm in your stage, even if I put a wig on, the way some of the photographs you portrayed in your portfolio, I will not be able to walk to a shopping mall so confidently. So I and definitely a model worth staring at. You have some features where of Bollywood actor. So yeah, over to you. How did this journey start? Why did you choose modeling? And I also hear that you're also a serial entrepreneur, where you're basically running your own business apart from modeling as a passion. So yeah, maybe you can talk more about your journey and your fruitful things which happened after you started this.
First of all, thank you so much, Ravi, for hosting me on this show. And hello, everyone. Hope everyone is taking care of themselves well. And to start with, from childhood, I was always passionate about my hairstyle, how to wear some neon colors, outfits, or something like that. So it's more like a dream come true now, where I can show it myself, what I had the inner thing, about openly showing, in the glamour industry now. So apart from that, I'll get into more in detail in between that. Before that, I'll just tell you what exactly before glamour industry what I was, what I am.
Mhm.
So I have run a couple of businesses, called one something like logistics. It's called a Spruce Logistic, which I have my own vehicles. So like I tied up with the clients. So that's one of the main business. Before to that, I forgot, almost forgot. Like before to that, after finishing my BBM and from Christ College and masters,
Mhm.
so I was working for a Microsoft as an HR generalist. So I have I'm almost a desk job of 5 to 6 years as I used to work as in the corporate world. After that, I got into Spruce Logistics. That's my first company of my own. So apart from that, I've been sent Bose ready-made swimming pool, which I was more of a partner, the managing partner.
Mhm.
So it's deals with more of a high-end swimming pools and all. Like it starts from 15 lakhs to 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs it is. So it's more of a kind of high-end houses and villas it is. So and like you can say me congratulations on the new business venture which I started a couple of days back now. It's more like a white water company. It's more of a mineral water company where I'm started up a couple of days back. So
Congratulations.
I'm gonna reveal more about it. And this when it comes to glamour industries, this happened but I always had this passion inside. I never opened out. Like, I never showed it out at all. So how it has happened is it's years back, like 4 to 5 years back. I've been to Bangalore Fashion Week. So one
Mhm.
of my close, no, it was a close associate with me. So one of the designers saw me and noticed me and said, "You look great, like in your outfits and your hairstyle, especially why didn't you get it? Why didn't you do a photo shoot for me?" So that's how it started off. So first one which I did for Krishna Chetty and Sons. That's a men's jewelry brand, that's the first
Mhm.
photo shoot which I did for Krishna Chetty and Sons under the men's jewelry collections. So since then, it's been a long journey. I've done a lot of shows for the Bangalore Central, and I work for a lot of shows. And apart from no, I don't stop walk much now. What I do is more of a jury part. I'll be in finale juries or for auditions for Miss Teen, Mrs. Karnataka, Miss Karnataka, like that. All those kind of pageants, more I work on it.
Wow.
So apart from that, when it comes to hairstyle, always change. I keep changing. I keep having a different look each time. So all these three countries, 3 or 4 years, I've been having a spike hair look with the different colors. I used to I've done the rainbow colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost like a pure color, like almost 7 colors. So now I'm trying to keep it more simple now, like with long hair, with long beard, along with that maybe like in future like a beard look, something like that, a beard looks and all. That's more about it. Like, and moreover, like last 2019 January,
Mm-hmm.
I won Best Men's Hairstyle for in Mumbai under Schwarzkopf. So I signed my first 1 year endorsement with the Schwarzkopf for any brand advertisement or like any shoots with them related to hair products and new launch of hair products. So apart from that, like I won Fashion Icon 2019 last year.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was the chief guest for the Hyundai venue, which got launched in India. So I was honored to like be the cut and rise moment for them for the launch of the Hyundai venue car. Um, then I won a lot of been associated with a lot of pageants, like I said. So apart from that, hopefully everything's going on well. The corona ends up soon. Like I have like a film shootings also. I've done 3 Kannada films already,
Mm-hmm.
which got released a couple of one like last year, and a couple of movies is lined up for the release. Probably the corona is like this being like news from all over the world now. So if these gets around, so like a couple of movies are ready to like the release, and I have a Tamil project like Puluvu Alamai, which I'll be shortly doing once I'm done with like once we are done with the corona there.
Nice. So, it is very difficult to carry yourself, and you're like living multiple roles, in one body. You're completely on tattoos. Your specialization is your hair. That's what people look at. But you also, you're also a fitness freak. So how do you manage all this? Where do you get all the time for doing some of these things?
Oh, thank God! Like, it's one of the good question to have. Like, see, one of the glamour industries works in the evening hours. Like most of the fashion shows happen in the evening hours. So, like, a well balanced the daytime completely towards the business,
Mm.
and have a supportive. I have a brother too. Like, in my absence, where he can take care of it, and I have a business partners too. Like, where I can where they will put in their schedules. Like, when I'm outside for like any of the shoots or like any of the thing. So, being the glamour industry in fashion events happens most of the evening hours and more on the weekends, so it's a little okay for me to like balance the things around. And when it comes to like since we said glamour industry, these cuts are youthful and energetic. Like always look you look young with like a different look. Uh, they're great if you don't have a profession like a job or other responsibility like a wear more as a like the school uniform job kind I'm talking to say. So that's if you're not into that, you can experiment of
Yes.
your own glamour. If you can experiment on your own style and the way you own look. So
Mm.
none of my industries got anything to do with my hairstyle or anything with what I wear. So when you're in the business meeting, maybe I'll change my hairstyle and wear maybe I'll be in the better looking side, maybe in the suit. So apart from that, like, I'll be more in the flashy colors most of the time.
So,
And one I want to say everyone is like it's not about what you wear, like what brand you wear. It's about how you want to carry it. That's more important thing. How well you want to carry it. That's like how your attitude should talk everything about it.
how was the journey so far? Like, are you enjoying what you're doing?
Oh, I'm completely enjoying this. Especially this glamour industry is putting more of like more of the trust part is like what are the business I take care of.
Hmm.
So this fashion and the film is giving like it's working as more of a trust buster for me. So it's well balanced now at the moment. Now, thank God, touch wood, like I can think these things continue further. So it's not a much trouble at the moment now. I'm really happy with the things
I-
going around at the
Is
moment
your
now.
wife enjoying this? Because what happens is when you have a good-looking husband and who's also into glamorous industry, it is a very insecure feeling for the wife. So what does she say about it every time you dress up well, you go out, and you're like sitting in the front seat and trying to judge models there, Miss India, Mrs. India, and all that. So what does she go through?
No, honestly, she's seen my avatar from the before marriage. So it's us is a more of love marriage. So she's seen like everything of it, like the whole the way I was from before, like and the present now. She's been like helpful. She works for a corporate world. Like she's a HR recruiter manager now.
Hmm.
So she's a little busy with like what she's doing, and she's very happy with it, and she's very supporting in this. So everything is fine at the moment. Like there's nothing like I can say like she has a very suspicious about like if I take a photo shoots with like any of the other women co-models or anything like that. That confidence and trust she has, and she's seen me before marriage. Like it's almost like for like 10 to 15 years of relationship, including the marriage. So this is so I don't think the much of a problem will be now or done like I mean, in future. So I'm balancing it well with the family as well as my profession as well as passion. Everything's well
Super.
balanced at the moment.
That's really excellent. I think you're placing things in the right way, and you're pretty clear on what you want to do, what you don't want to do, which will mess up few things in future.
Yeah.
Good. Anytime she told you, Santosh, no, this event your hairstyle will not suit, so please change it. Yeah, we are going for a
No,
wedding. No, Santosh, you have to carry yourself properly. No,
thankfully she has not told anything so far.
no.
She always thinks like whenever I dress up the way I carry it, like everything she's comfortable with it. Like I'm sure even if there's a kind of odd combination thing, she feels like I can carry it off well with good attitude.
Super. That's nice. That's an awesome combination. So you're married for what, 10 years now?
Yeah, close to. Yeah.
Close to 10 years. Good. So, Santosh, we also have some questions for you. These are rapid fire questions, which are basically
No?
want more about Santosh than about
Hmm?
your passion and
Okay.
the stuff what you've done. So, are you all set?
Done. Let's go for it.
So, if you had one wish, okay, what would you wish for and why?
One wish.
Just one wish, and you can't wish for more.
One wish. I don't want to. It's nothing like the future obsessed about like when you are really challenging, that will push you. That eventually push you to achieve and certain things,
Hmm.
and in turn drives you fulfilling your passions. So it's nothing like that. Like I'm looking any in the long term and anything like that. Like I'm really happy with it, what's the present situation, what's happening. So I'll take it by one by like I generally leave for the particular day. It's not about the future like you're obsessed about.
So you're happy with what you have, and you want to follow the
Exactly at the
wish.
moment. Yes. Not quite happy now because of the corona, but it's fine. Like
Yes.
slightly it's still going on. So everyone's suffering with the same. Like it's not only me. So I can understand the pain we are going through. So sooner or later we should be fine soon.
What has been the happiest day of your life so far?
Happiest day of my life was like when I got a job from the Microsoft. That's for my first job. Like as soon as I finished my masters, I wasn't expecting like I'll get a big company to work for. So that's my I still cherish with that moment. Working in Microsoft, like it was such a lovely atmosphere there. Like in the encouragement I used to get, like and everyone used to appreciate there too. Like with my hairstyle, I used to do the same funky styles and all that. So like all neon colors. So I was so noted there because of the neon colors. What I wear, the hairstyle I keep doing every now and then. So that's all. So that's what I should thank God in every industry where I've gone. Like they've always been supportive. That's kind of like it's a nice good feeling for me. Maybe that has encouraged me to go on further on this without any hurdles or anything like that.
Okay. So next question is the tricky one. When we
Hmm.
scheduled the interview and you saw the first interview, did you think that okay, this is a wrong guy completely with no hair, and you have, he'll be interviewing me who's got too much of hair?
No, it's
No.
nothing like that. It's not about the hair which talks a thing, but about a person. It's how the character talks, like how well you communicate, how well you be be with the people. That's all that matters. It looks is always the secondary. Like the primary thing is that how well you're going to communicate with the people, like all the caring, or
Hmm.
what a message you're going to send to the society that means a lot to. Like, and then the looks.
Cool.
So sooner or later, maybe like I'm fine with the hair now. Like sooner or later, even I'll be losing my hair. Like so, it doesn't mean it's going to change my views or thoughts about it.
Yeah, good one. So being a fitness freak, if you could only eat three food items for the rest of your life, what would they be?
That's quite because I'm already having like a 6 meals a day now, like but not a huge quantity, like but a very less quantity of 6 meals I take
Hmm.
generally. So like I put more of I consume more of a protein food, like more of like the non-veg especially. Like, so if for something like that, like I enjoy like especially the biryanis, though
Hmm.
it's out of my diet. So I still like what I do is I generally eat that. I can next day work hard for that more.
Good. So biryani is one thing. So three foods which you can live with
And,
rest of
and
your life.
yeah, and the fish is my favorite always.
Hmm.
And paneer. I
Paneer.
enjoy it because Monday and Thursday I follow Lord Shiva, and Mondays and Thursday I follow Lord Raghavendra Swami. So these 2 days I'm generally veg. So
Hmm.
what I consume more is paneer paste.
So what is something you
So
still want to learn? I mean, you've come to a stage. Even after that, what is that you still want to learn?
no, this industry, that's always there, like a new learning every day. It's never going to be you have a full stop there. Every day it's a new learning day. I still have a lot of things to accomplish in my life because
Hmm.
so I just started my career 4 5 years back. I still have a lot to accomplish. Now I just recently got into Tamil movies. Like I told you, I want to get more recognized. Maybe
Hmm.
through that films, maybe I can give some give to some society, kind of message to a society through my films or anything like that. So that's what I'm looking for more into it.
Cool.
So I'm praying for God to give more projects on this. So so I can convey something, certain message to certain people who are really following me, or who things Santhosh, my idol person or something like that, where I want to be like, I want to do styling like that, so I want to spread a message to those people who really appreciate my work, all these efforts and all.
If you go invisible for a day, what would you observe? What would you do? What notorious stuff you will do?
Oh, if that's notorious stuff, a good thing. What I'm going to do, maybe this corona, maybe I can help them to get rid of it before they get started. So no, not a thing is hard to say that. Maybe I want to bring back that olden days, the college days or the school days, where I always cherish my moment every now and then. These generation kids are not into they are all into mobile gaming and all. But with the time we are spending the grounds on playing with the marbles or with the cricket, that's more of an outdoor game. Even now I cherish it completely than this generation of kids where they enjoy with the park there, whatever other video games or the mobile games or the computer games.
So being well built, and you're one of the personality who's like really well built. It's not just about fitness, but you're a person who's huge. But what's your biggest fear? Being so strong and thing, you might have some fear. What's your
The
biggest?
biggest fear is age. Hope age won't catch up soon. So I'm still I don't want the age to catch up soon. Where I'm presently lifting some 80s or 70 kilos or like that. I don't want to lose like that. That rhythm shouldn't be there. I shouldn't lose that. So that's kind of fear. Otherwise, everything is on professional level. Everything is okay. Thank God. Thank God for it. So everything is smooth sailing at the moment. So that's one of the kind of fear. It's not actually fear. Everyone going to come to that particular stage in a life. So what I'm going to say, I don't want to catch up that's earlier.
Earlier. Yeah. So that's the reason God has given this break, Corona. Take rest, rejuvenate. Get some energies out. Become young and then come back to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you had to trade, places with your parents for a day, which role would you take? Would you take the mom's role or dad's role? Your parents.
It's, it's always enjoy taking the mom's role. It's more really because father's roles I really appreciate the father's role, but most of the time he's busy taking care of the family. But eventually taking care of the family, the financial support of the more of the fathers is more of a financial support. I mean, whereas the mother is completely not only the financial matter, everything, even the financial statements, kind of everything she takes care of it. If I want to be I always appreciate to be woman type, especially mother.
Super. So if
Even
any.
for, sorry, for example, even if you fall into you always call mummy, not daddy. Amma, I'll call. It's
I
not
know.
always you call appa. So that's the impact that it has given. So always it's good to be as a mother.
True. So which character of a book or a famous personality or a movie describes
Okay,
you?
this is a good question, Ravi. Because all these movies, what I've done in the Kannada is always in a negative role. I'm a villain, main lead in the villain role. So I enjoy doing the villain role than being a chocolate boy because his tattoos, his body, and his hairstyle goes very well with the negative characters. And people who are watching this, please listen. Like, I'm villain only on the screen, but in real, I'm really a very nice guy.
Yeah, see, he's friends. He is a villain only on screen. I'm reiterating that, Santosh, for you. I'm helping out. So, friends, he is only a villain on the screen. He is a model. He's a nicest model. You can imagine if his wife is trusting him so much to send him confidently out for modeling and evaluating and being the judge for other women. So you can imagine the trust she has, and you can definitely have. Did I say that
Exactly.
correctly?
That's exactly. Thank you so much, Ravi, for mood briefing it.
So, nicest friend and the nicest thing a friend has done ever done to you, for you.
Nicest friend, like when it comes to the business, like it's one of my friend, like who really helped me in setting up the business, my first business, because I always came out from the corporate world.
Hmm.
I was not so exposure about like, starting on my own business. So I had clear no background about the starting up your own business. So it's one of my friend who really helped me and encouraged me, saying like you can definitely do this. And when it comes to the glamour industry, like it's one of the person who I want to take the name is Amit Pandya. Like she's the one who got me into this glamour industry. Like I was remember like I was telling some designer who noticed me and got into this for the first shoot.
Hmm.
Her name is Amit Pandya. She's the one who recognized me at the show. That's how the journey I started in the glamour industry.
Cool. Yeah, it's always good to be connected with them and at least let them know
Exactly.
that they are the reason why you're here.
That's true. That's very much true. I completely agree with that.
Cool. Any best friends from childhood still in touch with you?
Oh yeah, pretty of them. Like it's still out there. Like even in school friends, even the college friends, like, even my like my neighbors are like, but really, like the world does. I mean to say, everyone are well connected with me now. We still meet up once and like not now because of this corona. Otherwise,
But
generally
you
we
still.
meet up on weekends or more like that. Well, the weekdays too. Whenever I travel nearby, like I call them and tell let's have a coffee or something like that. That's what I do. Generally, like I am in touch with everyone, most of them from the school days, college days, even to the present business friends, everyone.
Okay. When you go out, Santosh, to public places, do people hesitate to connect with you? Do they connect with your friend first, saying that, "Hey, can you connect me to Santosh?" Or they feel free talking and coming and talking to you.
The most of the case, like I always come start the conversation with my hair.
Hmm.
They say like how do you maintain this? How do you like it's is it the first question they ask is it a wig or is it real hair? That's what the first
Yeah.
question everyone asks. So generally, I had to tell them like don't try to pull it, but it's real hair. I keep changing my hairstyles and hair colors and all. So most of the time, like people come to me like naturally. They start the conversation like I told you, like we start with the hair.
Hmm.
Generally that's how the conversation picks up and so the very minimal where I go up like talk to them like most of the time in the shopping malls any of the parties every of the launch parties and generally comes and they takes for as for the selfie. So okay, please give me like the side looks. I want to see that more back look also. Please give me side looks, front look, back look like that. Keep asking the questions like for the selfies and all. So that's kind of nice. If someone can recognize me what I'm doing, like asking for the selfie, that's always motivates me to do come up with the more experiment
Got it.
things and all that.
So, most coziest selfie you had with a man.
I mean, there's a lot in this glamour industry. Like you know it very well. Like the glamour industry, like filled with a lot of like cozy things. Like but I don't want to reveal, but like yeah, it has happened many a times. But it's fine. It's part of the like, thing. Like, as long as you're putting a restriction to that particular thing, particular extent, so everything is fine and well
Everything.
balanced and like you're well in control.
Yeah, I think you just need to know how to carry yourself and what limits.
Exactly. You know,
So, most notorious things or naughty things you've done during your childhood or college, which.
or the note thing what I've done, like, and I had a fall from the almost 3 floor building while I was flying a kite. That's in
Hmm.
the school days. I had a fall from almost 3 floor, and I
Oh
still
wow.
survived. Like I'm thankfully, like I'm still surviving. Like I'm still breathing. That was one of the naughtiest thing which I did. Like and after that, with that, the full complete left hand plus, I still got a hitting from my dad. So with this, the extra pain I was going through extra pain from my dad too. That's the naughtiest thing which I've done. And what was
So
the other
how
thing you
old
asked?
were you? How old? What was your age that time?
Uh, Sometime something around 12.
12. Okay.
I was in 8th standard, I guess.
Hmm. So fracture,
Fully
complete
accident.
fracture. You
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a you had a complete fracture, or it was just a.
Left hand fracture. Yeah, complete left hand fracture.
Hmm.
So now I'm completely healed now. Like I can still can lift like 40 kg dumbbells now. So now I'm pretty fine now.
So how many tattoos you have in your body, and how many years it took for how
My
many
first
hours
tattoo
or
was this
efforts?
Chinese dragon tattoo, which people say like in the first tattoos, if it's have the dragon tattoo with the holding crystal, it's always a good sign for you. So in fact, it's indeed it's a good sign for me. Like and after this tattoo, then a lot of things did resolve for me. So I totally have almost 7 tattoos.
Hmm.
So I had a plans to get my complete back tattoos done with the Buddha and all, but like since I got into the film industry, this tattoos thing always doesn't work for the character. So the first movie itself, I had such a struggle like, to cover all this tattoo what I have on my hand, to suit that particular character. So
Hmm.
since I've already got into the film industry now, so I don't want to get any more ink now. So whatever's there, like I'm just fine with
You're
it.
happy with
But I
it.
have the total 7 tattoos.
How many hours of efforts total together?
Oh man, that's like each tattoos are already taken like not hours, 2 days of tattoos it is. Continuous 2 days it took. It's almost 7 to 8 hours each day. So
Wow.
close to 15 to 16 hours of tattoo it is. So much of pain gone through.
Yeah, pain and
So
so much of patience just
no,
lying down or sitting
yeah,
while this.
it's not about like the tattoo. It's the pain of enjoying that
Hmm.
uh, thing, right? That's such a nice feeling of it.
Yeah, I should appreciate both your patient, yours and artists, because it's just sitting still for so many hours is not easy. It's easy to
Exactly.
move
Yeah.
around, but sitting idle or sitting still is very difficult, most difficult stuff.
True.
Good. So, with all this experience, you're an entrepreneur. You're managing your passion of acting and modeling simultaneously, and
Mhm.
you would have met a lot of people in your journey, friends. You made clients and all that. So, with all this
Exactly.
experience, what would you do when you become the chief minister? If there is a chance, What are the areas you would focus on?
Oh, but Ravi, by asking this question, it's like you're getting the position. It's very difficult to like do anything in 1 hour. Like if it's 1 minute, but still, if I want to do something like that, I want to encourage more on the women empowerment, women safeties and all. So and the second thing will be health segments, and I want to improve a lot on those two timelines. It's like the rest of it's fine, but the first one, woman power to give more opportunities to the woman, and as well next is the health
Hmm.
industry like I have to look in because for this maybe this corona has learned a lot of lesson to each and everyone in the lives. It's because money can't buy the lives here. So you've been seeing that. So the second thing is the health industry should be like more concentrated on. So if I want to be 1 minute, like main concentration would be these two areas.
Good, very good. So good, nice talking to you, Santosh. I mean, nice thoughts. What I've seen, my observation is very good clarity on thoughts. You know what will work. You're one guy who's not completely got into the movies and glamour industry because that is inconsistent. Might pay, might not pay the bills because it's
Exactly.
fluctuating all the time. There might be
True.
work, but there might be a gap between two movies and stuff like that. So you're
Exactly.
ensuring that your businesses are taking care of your expenses and also pursuing your passion. I think that is the best way to do it until you reach heights where you're not
Exactly.
able to
That's true.
you've got so many projects in hand that you don't have time for any of those things. But and very
Exactly.
very humble. I mean, though the personality you carry on your profile picture and this thing, once people know you and once they spend some time with you, but they really understand that you're really humble and your thought process and you're basically very down to earth. So it is not the character which you showcasing on your profile. You're completely a different personality as Santosh. So
Exactly. That's true. Exactly what you said is completely true to my knowledge. Okay, thank you so much, Ravi, for this.
most welcome. Do well in whatever you're doing. I'm not sure about how I can watch Kannada movies, but nowadays I think we are ready to watch any language movies with subtitles. But your next movie, whenever it releases, do let us know. I'll definitely watch. You know,
Definitely, Ravi, if you wish, like whenever you wish to watch the movie, I'll be your subtitle. Don't worry about
sure.
it.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much. It's lovely interacting with you, Ravi. Like,
same
thanks for
here.
this great opportunity, so I can express my views and thoughts to the other who really thinks like they want to follow, like want to be like or something like that. Hopefully, it helps you a lot, like everyone who is watching. And thank you, special thanks to you, Ravi.
Most welcome. So, friends, we have Santhosh Reddy here. So, do follow him. Appreciate him for the work he's doing, not only in acting, as a model, as a role model. I think he is one personality, I think, in South India or the entire India who carries this particular attire, and it is unique. So, I think he deserves a great applause by following him. So, great personality. So, all the best in whatever you do, Santosh. Have a great
Thank you
day.
so much. Thank you, everyone. And please do take care of yourself and be safe and stay home. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Santosh.